Okay, I need you to hear this. If you're sitting there watching another business coach post their 150K month while you're struggling to hit 5K and you're wondering what the heck is wrong with me, nothing is wrong with you. What's wrong is that they're selling a $15,000 offer and you're selling a $297 course. Or they're in year 5 and you're in year 1 and nobody is telling the freaking truth about what it actually takes to build an online business. So today I'm going to pull back the curtain on the comparison trap. I have both a coaching business and a course business selling to moms, and I'm going to share what's keeping you stuck, what's keeping you broke, and what's keeping you making excuses. Welcome to Sold Out Sales School, where we're going to talk about building real businesses that sell to real people, not other entrepreneurs or coaches or business owners. I'm Trish, a labor and delivery nurse, y'all, who has 7 kids, who built a multi-7-figure B2C empire while homeschooling my kids, breaking generational chains, and going through a nasty divorce. So let's get into it. So we're going to talk about some reality checks, okay? 11:47 p.m. on a Tuesday night, I worked a 12-hour shift, got home at 7:30, spent time with the kids, put them in bed, and I'm staying up, sitting in my office with my laptop, my third cup of coffee, and thinking, how the hell am I going to pay all these bills? My baby, Grayson, is asleep. My ex-husband's blowing up my phone. Well, we weren't quite ex yet. And I'm watching another business coach talking about her easy 50K month. And here's all you have to do. Here's the magic things. If you do these things, this is repeatable. You can do it. And I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing wrong? And here's what I learned, not only from being a mom to 7, but also creating 7 figures. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just comparing apples to oranges. And we're going to talk about comparing yourself to business coaches who coach business people. And we're going to talk about people who sell to normal people, B2C, because if you knew the truth, many of you guys, especially if you're selling to moms or parents, would not buy these courses because the math they're not showing you. Let me break it down. I'm going to break down what they're hiding from you. Coaches posting their 50K months sounds incredible, right? And I've had very high, almost 6-figure months selling my $297 course. So I don't want you to think that you can't do that. When you have a coach who's only taught coaches, who only sells to entrepreneurs, who's talking about her 50 to 100K month, and you're thinking, oh my God, I just want to do that so bad. But what she's not telling you is that she's selling a 15K high ticket program. Her offer is $15,000. Do the math. She only needs to close 4 clients to hit 50K. 4. Now, you're selling a $297 course. So you need to sell 168 courses to hit the same 50K, 168 compared to 4. That is not the same business model. That's not the same strategy. That's not even the same ballpark. So when you try to use her content strategy, her sales approach, her everything, it does not work because you're not selling the same thing to the same people at the same price point. This is the principle a lot of these gurus will never teach you because they've never actually built outside of a high ticket offer. And here's another lie that I want to just expose, a timeline lie. Here's a truth bomb. You are comparing your year 0 or year 1 to someone else's year 5, where they've gone through the crickets, they've gone through the no sells, they've figured out what works. You're in year 1, maybe even year 2, comparing yourself to someone who's been at this longer than some marriages last. So when I started Labor Nurse Mama, that was in 2017. I didn't make nothing. I spent a lot. I didn't make nothing. Year 2, didn't make much. Year 3, nothing. Year 4. So wait, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 24 years, right? In year 4, I had my very first launch, official, intentional, strategy-based launch, and I made $24,000. And that year I went on to make multiple 6 figures. But you didn't see all those years that I was missing things, that I was making sacrifices. And a lot of coaches do not talk about that 4-year strategy of sacrificing before you get to that profitable year. And the only thing that separates a successful business owner from someone who's struggling is that that successful one never quit. They got through it, because a lot of people don't want to say that out loud, because that won't sell their courses or their coaching program. Building a profitable business is hard. It requires sacrifice, and it can absolutely take over your life if you let it. My clients know, we talk about this all the time in the mastermind, that I've had some come to Jesus talks with my husband, my amazing husband I'm married to now. I've missed things. I've missed a lot of things. I sacrificed those years that I was making no money. I was investing into my business instead of Netflix and Prime and going out to movies and going out to dinner. I put that money into my business. I made sacrifices. And there were nights after working 12-hour shifts that I cried in my car because I was so freaking tired. And I didn't have any proof that it was going to work, but I made the decision. If you have not read Think and Grow Rich, I like the modern version, or listen to it, do it now. Because he says that we can manifest our dream life, but there's action you have to take. You have to make a decision that it's going to work and then do the things. I had to say no to a lot of things. Girls' night didn't go. I had to create content because it was only little old me, as opposed to now that I have a team. Spontaneous family trips, I had to work while we were on them. I had a launch coming up, so I had to do it on the trip. Sleeping in, nope. I got up at 4:30 for a year and did it until the kids got up to when I had to homeschool. I worked as a nurse and I did stuff afterwards. When you're building something from nothing, it's work. And these Instagram gurus, they show you the highlight reel, the latte, the laptop by the pool, the I work 4 hours a week and only spend 15 minutes on Instagram lies. They don't show you how much work it actually takes. Now, they don't show you the relationships that have suffered. And I'm telling you, they're not telling you the truth. They don't show you the mental breakdowns in the Target parking lot. I'm not saying all of this to discourage you. I'm saying this to keep you from quitting. I'm saying this to prepare you, because when you know the truth, you can decide. And that's an informed decision. Hello, nurse here. When you know it's supposed to be hard, you won't think I'm failing. When you know that it takes years sometime, you won't quit. I want you to really think about this right now. 17, 18, and 19, I made no money. 2020, I made close to $300,000. Was it worth it, those 3 years? Hell yes, it was. Did I quit my normal job? No, I didn't. I worked my booty off until I was bringing in multi-six figures, and then I quit. So I want to go over some comparison questions, okay? Ask yourself these 3 questions when you are comparing yourself to someone who is spouting how well you can do and how quick. What are they actually selling, and at what price point? Are they selling to other business owners? Are they selling high ticket and you're selling a course? You're playing a different game. Stop comparing. If they're selling to business owners and you're selling to moms, it's never going to work. Stop comparing. How long have they been building? Like, send them a DM and say, hey, when did you actually start working in online business? Chances are they might be on their 4th or 5th business that they finally figured out what's working. Are they a master at what they're doing? Did they do the same thing over and over again until they mastered it? Because to me, that's an expert. If they're in year 5, you're in year 1, you're in different seasons. And what are they not showing you? Like, we can put what we want on social media, but what sacrifices did they make? What failures did they have? What's the full truth, not the polished Instagram truth? Because after building a multi-7-figure business, selling to moms, and a multi-6-figure coaching business, and teaching over 15,000 plus students, I know what works. First, focus on one offer until you are a master and consistently hitting 20K months. Not 5 offers, 1 offer. Why? Because that's how you become known for something. If you're building out this elaborate offer suite, you're not going to be known for that one thing. And being known for one thing sets you apart from everyone else that gets you asked to be on stages, be on podcasts, go live with other people. That sets you apart. Second, do not compare yourself to someone who's been doing this for a while. Look at yourself a year ago, not someone else. that is at their spot, not yours. Are you further along than you were 6 months ago? And that might not be sales yet. Third, understand that building a business is long game, not a quick win. Einstein had like 10,000 failed light bulbs, I think. I think that's right. 10,000. It might be 5,000, but it's a high number. Thank God he didn't quit because I'm using my, fancy lights right now. Understand this is a long game. It's not a quick win. And I always say that my never giver upper attitude is why I have 2 very successful businesses. The coaches selling you 6 figures in 6 months are either lying to you or selling you something that costs 15,000 plus, because that's really a lot easier to hit 6 figures in 6 months. I have 3 coaching offers, 2 one-on-one and 1 mastermind. I can hit a 6-figure a month much easier in this business than in Labor Nurse Mama. And here's the thing. Be honest about what you're willing to sacrifice for. Put money into your business, not into fluff like Netflix and Prime and all the extras. And if you're not willing to make sacrifice, work when the kids are in bed, work on weekends, then don't compare yourself to someone who did. If you're not willing to invest in a mentor, in ads, eventually in a team or tools, that's okay. But don't compare yourself to someone who invested 6 figures when they didn't have it. Different choices lead to different outcomes. This isn't judgment. This is just business math. My challenge to you for the next 30 days, I want you to unfollow anyone who makes you feel less than. Even if they're competitors or people in your space, I don't care. Or unfollow all the random Instagram gurus and all that. Not me, obviously, because I know your people. But comparison can kill your creativity, your confidence, and your eventual cash flow. And instead, I want you to focus on 3 things. 1, your one freaking offer. Make it so good. Dial it in. One of the things that we do in the mastermind is we review, we refine, and we repeat. We're not going to review and then repeat something that's not working. So we'll review the one thing, refine the one thing, and repeat it with the refinement in it, right? With the changes we made. 2, your messaging. Speak directly to the person who needs what you're selling. Don't try to speak to all. So if you're talking to moms, dial in on who she is. Speak how she speaks about one specific problem. 1 offer, solving 1 problem. And then 3, your own progress. Compare yourself to you. Celebrate. One of the things we do in the mastermind is every day I have them celebrate 3 wins. What are they grateful for? And this doesn't just have to be business, because why are we building these businesses? To bless our families. What I know from going from a 12-hour shift nurse to a multi-7-figure CEO is the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. So the permission that you've been waiting for, you have permission to build slowly. You do not have permission to quit. You have permission to make sacrifices and to know that it's hard. You have permission to be in year 1 and not have it all figured out. This is why you hire the right mentor. You don't have to hit 6 figures in your first year. Most people don't. You don't have to work 4-hour weeks. That doesn't always work. That's not real in the beginning. You have to be willing to hustle. You have to be. You don't have to sell high ticket to make amazing money. What you don't have permission to do is compare yourself. You don't have permission to quit. You are a never giver upper. You're building a business, and building a business is worth it, but it takes time and sacrifice. Okay, if this episode hit home, please do me a favor. Share it with one other business owner who is feeling like they need to quit, feeling like they're failing, and they need to hear this. Because somewhere right now, there's a woman sitting at her kitchen table, maybe it's midnight, wondering, what the hell am I doing wrong? And she needs to know she's not. Don't quit. Subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss the next episode. Leave a review if you're feeling a little generous. It really means a lot and it helps us. And follow me on Instagram at I am Trish Ware for daily real talk about building businesses that actually work. And every 6 to 8 weeks, we do what we call is the sold out offer challenge. You can always sign up as a VIP at all times. The first 5 who sign up for the next challenge get a one-on-one call with me, which normally costs thousands. Go to trishwarecoaching.com/SOO. That was your cosmic slap on the booty. Now let's start selling your offer.